G'day. Our industry was well aware of the perceptions of cruelty created by highly visible and untidy whip actions. Earlier this year, we moved quickly to avoid controversy and poor publicity by introducing new whip rules via an industry-wide DVD. Through this, we demonstrated our ability to respond to the needs of animal welfare groups and indeed the wider community while balancing the requirements of drivers and the wider harness racing industry. The new rules were quickly adopted by drivers across Australia, and I'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate all of you. You've made them work, and you've made them work well, improving this important shop window of our industry. This DVD has been produced to alert you to some slight amendments to those rules, brought about by concerns raised by some drivers in relation to safety. This amendment allows drivers to cross their reins in the final 200 metres of a race, but importantly does not change the way in which the whip is used, in a flicking motion using only wrist and elbows. I'd like to make the point that this change to the rule allowing the crossing of the reins 200 metres from the finish of a race is optional. It does not change the way in which the whip is used. Lance Justice will again demonstrate what is allowable and what is not under the amended rules.
I'm here today to show you the new whip rules, to explain the whip rules. We've been lucky enough to have their rules amended for safety issues so that we can cross the reins in the last 200 metres and drive out, and I'm here to show you today the easiest and simplest ways to comply with the rules. In the last 200 metres of the race, we're able to cross the reins and place the reins in one hand, which is a common practice in the old days. The whip action has to be in the same manner to comply with the Australian Harness Racing Council's elbow and wrist action. I found the easiest way to do this is to keep the whip in your line of sight when you look forward. The moment the whip leaves your line of sight is the moment that you're out of action. Hence, the wrist and elbow action and the hand still in your line of sight. The moment your hand leaves your line of sight, your elbow lifts and your arm gets, and it becomes illegal. Put the whip in the rein, line of sight, wrist and elbow, and that action is legal, safe and beneficial to our industry. Now to recap, if you feel happy driving in the current system with the rein in each hand and the whip and rein and the wrist and elbow action, feel free to do it. As long as you feel safe and capable, you're quite welcome to drive that way. The option is to cross the rein in the last 200 metres and drive in the wrist and elbow action only. Remember, it's not rocket science. By placing the reins in one hand, you must keep control of the horse at all times in a safe and responsible manner. For the sake of our industry, let's get it right.